It's Karen with Yes Please Papercrafts, and today we're in my craft room and I'm going to be doing some organization. I have a 6-drawer Alex unit that I have behind my workspace, and I'm going to be organizing the top drawer. Now I have a lot of little bitty embellishments in there, and trying to look for a better way to organize those and to keep them where they're more easily accessible. And so the reason why I'm showing you this part of my craft room is because on that Billy bookcase I have this Iris 24 drawer organizer that I purchased from Amazon. And I got that thinking that I was going to use it to do some color bins where I could keep embellishments by color. And I was going to put it right behind my workspace, and once I got it, I was so excited. I was going to get started organizing, and I went to put it in the place where I wanted it to go, and it did not fit. And I was so disappointed. And it was too tall to fit where I really wanted to put it, which was behind my workspace. I have 2 Alex drawer units, and then above that I have this hanging shelf that I have stored all my 6x6 paper pads. So I was going to put this Iris 24 bin drawer organizer on top of those Alex drawer units, and it just didn't fit. So I had to figure out a different place to put it. I decided that looking around my craft room, I didn't really have many options for something that tall. And this Billy bookcase was one of the few places in my craft room that I could try to fit something that was this size. And I didn't really like it here. It was at the very end of the room, and my room is quite large. I have my craft room in the formal living and formal dining room. It's like a combination room. So it's 30 feet long by 12.5 feet wide. And this Billy bookcase is all the way at the very back of the room. And it's really far away from my workspace that I primarily sit at to do scrapbooking. So that wasn't really working for me. Now, the reason why I'm telling you all this about this organizer is because I'm planning to kind of repurpose this. And what I wanted to try to do is to take the drawers out and try to use them inside my Alex drawer unit. Um, I think that the drawers were really awesome size. They were like a 4 by 6 inch. And I really love the size of the drawers, which is one of the other reasons why I really wanted that Iris organizer to begin with. And I had watched a video on a channel called Craft Some Joy with Lauren Hines, and she was sharing some of her favorite organization items, and one of those was this Deflecto 2-drawer organizer. And so I contemplated, getting that, and I thought about, well, maybe that might work better in the space that I had available on top of this Alex drawer unit. And so I did some research, and I figured out the dimensions and how many would fit. And so I was able to get 6 of these 2-drawer Deflecto units, and I'm going to use those for my color bins. And then I'm going to go ahead and repurpose these Iris drawers um, kind of as inserts into my Alex drawer unit. If you have watched some of my scrapbooking videos, you may have seen me use these acrylic drawers that I have my enamel dots stored by the rainbow. And these are awesome, but I had to store them over in my Calyx unit, which is on the opposite side of the room. And I was always having to go over and, you know, grab those drawers and bring them back to my workspace. So I wanted those closer as well. And I was able to fit those between my flip bins, which is my paper storage for my individual sheets of paper, and then those new Deflecto storage units that I have. So I'm really excited about having this space that's behind my workspace have things that I use frequently, and I want to have these things close by, and I was really happy to find the storage that I needed to make that work. Now let's go ahead and look at this Alex drawer unit. Now we're only going to be looking at the top drawer, but I'm also going to be taking some things out of the 3rd or the 4th drawer, I can't remember, because I had some overflow. And the main thing that's in this drawer is paper clips, flare buttons, resin embellishments, just a mismatch of little small things that I use on my scrapbook layouts. So I'm starting out this organization by taking these paper clips out of these little metal boxes. I got these tins from Michael's. I think they were in the wedding section, and I think you get about 30 to a pack, and they're intended to be used for weddings and receptions to put little mints or other things. I didn't like these though because the lids are not very secure, and so I was taking some of the items that I had stored in there and putting them into these little containers with the white lids. Now those containers come from the Dollar Tree, and you can get 10 of those in a pack for $1. And these are one of my favorite storage containers in my craft room because it's such an inexpensive price for 10 containers, and you can fit all kinds of things in there. I have wood veneer stored in there, beads, you can put sequins, paper clips, flares, buttons, just anything that's small. It's like a perfect size, and they do come in round and square, but I really like the square ones because I find that the square ones fit really well in the Alex drawer, and they also fit really well in other drawer organizers that I use in my drawers. So I have a lot of these embellishments that are still in the original package, and I do like storing them that way because I can tell, where it came from and if it belongs to a collection. But at the same time, it takes up a lot of space, and it's just a lot of wasted space to keep that packaging. So I'm going to go through and take all of these things out of the package. In addition to taking things out of the package, I'm also going to be taking any extra foam tape off the backs of the flare and any other embellishment that has that thick foam tape, because I find that I don't use that anyway. I have to take it off before I put it on my layout because it adds way too much dimension. And also, if you're storing this in together and it has the foam tape on there, then things start to get stuck to each other. So I find it's better just to take it off. Now at this point I was kind of thinking that maybe I was going to regret doing this and putting everything into these three drawers, but I'm just going to keep going because what I had wasn't working very well, and I'm just going to try this out, and I'll try it for a while, and if it doesn't work I will reorganize this drawer again. I will try something else. Now at the back of the drawer I have some of these lockables. I think they're from Craftmates, and that's the container right there. Those are really old. I've had them for a really long time, and they're pretty good. I think the thing that I don't like about them is that the container is not individual containers. It's like a container with 7 compartments, and even though you can open the compartments individually, I find that it's more difficult to work with than if you just had individual containers like the Dollar Tree little containers that I have. So I like the Dollar Tree ones much better. And once I found those, I kind of quit buying those Craftmate lockables. But those are pretty good too. I do like storing things in there. I didn't go through and take any of those things out of those containers, but I might go back and organize those later. I have buttons in different areas of my craft room, and I noticed that I had buttons in some of those lockables, and so I'm probably going to go through at some point and organize my buttons as well. But right now I'm just kind of looking at the other items in this drawer, the things that are in the packages, and just trying to take things off the packages and put them into one of these little Irish drawers. I had gotten some spare parts from the Hobby Lobby. They had all of their embellishments 75% off, or a lot of things that were on clearance. And so I did get some of those. I didn't realize that those were brads. And I do have brads in a couple of different places in my craft room, and I'm going to have to go through and kind of collect all those and try to figure out what I'm going to do with those. But at this point, I'm just going to leave those on the packaging. Now I am trying to get these clips off of this packaging, and it's from Amy Tangerine, and those things were so hard to get off the packaging. It took me forever. And so maybe I'll use them now though, because I don't know that I would have used them if I was working on a page and it took me that long to get one of those off. So far I think this organization is going pretty well. I'm just going through these flares and taking off any more foam adhesive that's still remaining. I don't like to leave that on there because then things stick together. And then I'm going through this organizer over here. This is from the Dollar Tree. It's an essentials drawer organizer. And those are really awesome because you can fit the little Dollar Tree containers in there. And if you put them in going in both directions, you can fit, I believe, 8 of them. And so it's just a good way to kind of contain those in the drawer. And I like using containers inside of containers. It just makes things easier because you can just pull the whole container out and not have to try to move around a lot of little bitty containers. Now I had some things in this drawer that didn't belong, and I'm going to go ahead and take those out and try to put those away later in the places that they're supposed to go. And I'm going to go down and look at this drawer. This is the fourth drawer in my Alex drawer unit here. And I have more paper clips in here. I had been going to Tuesday mornings and finding paper clips, and I think I went a little bit crazy with all the paper clips that I found. I also found paper clips at Hobby Lobby when they were having their 75% off clearance sale. And I think I have enough paper clips to last for a long time, so I'm not going to be buying anymore. And I was really happy the last few times that I went to the Tuesday mornings, they didn't have any paper clips that I didn't have already, so I wasn't tempted to buy anymore. Now these paper clips I got from Spellbinders. They are the Fun Stamper Journey, and they're silver, and I thought those were really cool. And during Black Friday, they had those on sale for $1 a pack. And they had some with little people and airplanes and cars. They had other ones that had stars and just different shapes, and they were really cool. So I hadn't decided yet whether I was going to pull those out of the package or leave them in the package. So I kind of just set those aside, and now I'm working on taking all these paper clips out of these little Dollar Tree containers and dumping them into my paperclip bin over there. And after I did that, I was like, oh wait, this is not good. It just looked like a pile of mess. I couldn't see anything that was in there, and I did not like that at all. Now, I didn't mind having these larger paper clips that were all different in that iris drawer, but having all of those gold and brass colored paper clips all together in the same container, that was not, it just, there was something about it that was bothering me. It was just too much. And so after I dumped them all in there, I was regretting that really bad. So you're going to watch me. I'm going to be taking those out in a minute and putting them all back into the Dollar Tree containers. Well, you know, sometimes things just don't work out, and you just have to give things a try. And I did try it, but look at that. It just looks a mess. And I don't think I could find the shape of paperclip that I was looking for. It would take me a long time. So I think in the case of the drawer with all those gold paper clips, that just doesn't work. So I'm going to be changing that. But I'm still putting them in there. I don't think it dawned on me yet that I wasn't going to like that. So I'm still going and taking them out of the package and putting them all in there. So anyway, now these are some Amy Tangerine paper clips, and those are so cute. Or they're Paige Evans. They're not Amy Tangerine. They're Paige Evans. And I got a bunch of packs of those at the Tuesday mornings, and they were only $1.19 a pack. And those are really cute. Now these are some cameras that I got from Hobby Lobby. And yeah, I don't think I realized how many paper clips I had until I started organizing. And then I was like, oh, maybe I don't need any more paper clips. So I'm just curious, does anybody else collect paper clips? And I just think it's a fun item to use on a scrapbook layout. And I kind of got obsessed with them when I was doing Calvin Ball last year because it was one of the things that was on the list and you got points for it. And so I started using paper clips at that point, and I didn't have very many. So whenever I would go to Hobby Lobby or Tuesday mornings or Michael's, I was looking for them, and I didn't really see very many. And then all of a sudden it started popping up in Tuesday morning, and I just would, every time I would go there, I would get them because I'd be like, oh wow, these are so cool. You know, I could use these on a layout. I have pineapples and cameras and coffee cups and dogs, and yeah, I probably have just about every shape that they have out there that's available. So I did actually purchase some of those on AliExpress as well. The ones that are purple, they're like a lighter color. They came in a pack of like 3 different colors, and they were like airplanes and oh, I can't remember the different shapes. Umbrellas. There's an airplane, an umbrella, and something else, and they're really cute. So if y'all are looking for paper clips, I think the best places that I found them was Tuesday Morning and AliExpress, and also Hobby Lobby had some as well. And Hobby Lobby was a little expensive, but when they had their 75% off clearance, I did get quite a few of their paper clips. So I'm going through and I'm putting all of these in the drawer. Now, I went back through and I took a bunch of those gold and brass colored paper clips and put them back into the little Dollar Tree containers, because if I had like 10 of the same paper clip, like 10 dogs or 10 hearts or 10 cameras, it just made more sense to have those separate, because having that huge container with so many paper clips in it, I didn't think I would be able to find the ones that I really wanted. So I think that's going to work out a little bit better. Now I'm going to have to see long term how this storage is going to work. And I did decide to dump all those paper clips that I got from Spellbinders. Those are the Fun Stamper Journey paper clips. I decided to add a fifth bin and to put all of those into one bin by themselves. So the Alex drawer unit will fit 5 of these Irish drawer or bins. Probably fit 10 if you put 5 in the first row and then 5 behind. But I decided to reuse these Dollar Tree drawer organizers that I had. And I have a couple of different ones. There's one that is bigger and can hold 16 of those little Dollar Tree little containers, and then the one next to it I think only holds 8. So it's a different shape. I think it's a square. So anyway, that's what I have left over at the top, and here is the finished drawer. Now I hope y'all enjoyed this video and it gave you some idea on how you can store your small embellishments. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.